just in terms of the journey that got you here, and I want to go to the beginning really, if I can, in terms of school education, college education, the first manager, the first role, the sort of jobs that you've had. Please share the journey, the story.
Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. I've got to be honest, I was somebody that loved school.
Yeah.
I didn't always perform as best as I think my teachers hoped. I found when I moved house recently one of my old school reports that said I was reticent. Which I think nobody would believe these days whatsoever. I didn't do too bad at my O-levels. I didn't do great at my A-levels. I did stay on for A-levels. However, and I did want to go to university. However, I ended up one of those things that people call a single unmarried mother. Okay. By having a baby at 18, which I think most people think and thought then, back in 1980, was the death knell to you getting on with anything. And I certainly didn't go to university at that point. However, I really enjoyed being a mother.
Yeah.
But really liked working as well. So I went back to college and redid my A-levels.
Yeah.
And then I did a HNC in
Higher
business.
National Certificate.
A high national certificate in business and management. And then by that time I'd got married and I'd had another baby. And my husband said to me, I've got a job in Scotland. Okay. And so we decided to move to Scotland, which was a bit of a shame because the college that I'd gone to do my HNC had actually asked me to be a part-time lecturer in the evening.
Okay.
But I had to give that up because I wanted to go to Scotland with my husband.
Yeah.
But when I got to Scotland, I found a job with a training provider to be a trainer assessor on their YTS programme.
Okay.
So I worked there 5 days a week and different young people came in every day to do training in subjects such as IT, business, finance.
Yeah.
Very much the background I'd done my HNC in.
Yeah.
But then I ended up having another baby.
Okay. Nothing wrong with having children. Yeah.
Absolutely nothing wrong.
I've got 4 children myself, so
nothing wrong with having children. Yeah. Unfortunately,
sometimes it doesn't help the career though.
But it doesn't have a great impact on your career, and it certainly didn't have a great impact on your career in the 80s. Because the company said to me, we don't think, and you can't do this nowadays, but this is actually the conversation they had with me, we don't think you'll be able to manage the job with 3 children because it's hard going to work when you've got children.
Yeah.
And it was
in an era at the time, wasn't it?
It was definitely the era at
there is
the
a
time.
norm at the time.
Because I've had, I started work in the 1970s where I've got to be honest with you, one of the people that recruited me, part of his condition was, could I make a good cup of tea?
Oh, God.
So that, I have
was that one of the interview questions? Can you make a good cup of tea?
Not only was it the interview question, he actually had me go and make a cup of tea as part of the interview.
Canny Conversation Podcast Series 5 by Safaraz Ali.